Hello everybody, this is LadySkarlette and I'm going to finish up air signs with Aquarius tonight. And so, and I premeditated on the cards and shuffled um, and I was just thinking about, we're kind of in a time of thinking about humanity right now. And Aquarius is, a lot of you have heard that song, 60s, yeah, Age of Aquarius. Um, And we're coming into a time period where, so I'm going to use Mystic Tarot. We're coming into a time period where lots of big systems are going to change and things about the systems in which humans live in are going to change. And so I was just thinking about the impact of Aquarius and that. Um, so my disclaimer is I am a therapist, so when I see things about mental health in the read, I'm going to give some practical mental health advice. I don't know your story. I don't know who is around you in your environment. So some of these roles could be flipped. So if it doesn't apply to you, think about the people around you. Some of the read will not resonate with you. If you feel yourself zoning out, you might pick up on keywords. Those are the things that'll resonate with you, okay? Not everything in the read should resonate with you. Maybe only half of it will. Maybe for some of you, more of it will. It depends on whose energies I'm picking up. So for people who are resonating at high energies, I'm going to pick up on more of that, right? People who are resonating at lower energies, I'm not going to grab as much. So this is also, I'm seeing a rise in the divine feminine already this year. It's really very cool to see, actually. And I feel this energy about that is very it's really beautiful, actually. But there's a lot of people that are in their head right now. So those that are been battling with their heart maybe need to use a little more head power. Those that have been battling in their head maybe need to use a little more heart power. We need a balance of both. In psychology, we talk about the internal and external locus of control. So if you're somebody who says, these things always happen to me, you need to talk about the control you have over your own behavior and choices, right? If you're somebody who believes that you manifest your own destiny, great, but there are things outside of our control, okay? And that's the external locus of control. So we need a balance in our lives of all things, okay? My agency that me and my husband, and then we have a business partner who's my friend, is based on the dimensions of wellness. And so we focus on all of the areas in our life that might cause us to be imbalanced, like financial, personal, spiritual, intellectual, social. All those areas. There's 9 dimensions of wellness. So it's just a call to think about how to balance your life. So you might be really battling and really struggling right now. This is the time to reach out to people that you love, that you trust, or professionals if you need extra help. And I would always tell people, no matter what state of being you are in, a therapist is always good to talk to, because we're not there to wave a magic wand and fix you. We're there to guide you. You are the captain of your ship and we're a navigator, right? You know yourself better than anybody else. We don't know you until we know you, and we don't know you until we build a relationship with you, just like anyone else. So, if it might be a call for you to do that at this point, right? So, we got some bonus cards here for our outcome for Aquarius. So I just wanted to say all that, and remember that gender roles can be flipped. There's like anything else in nature, there is a spectrum in gender and sexuality. So remember, in my reads, I might say something like masculine or feminine, and we all have masculine and feminine pieces of ourselves. Okay, we all have non-binary pieces of ourselves, for that matter. Some people are in, opposite sex relationships, and some people are not, and some people are in polyamorous relationships, or ethical non-monogamy, if you will. So if I see those things, I will bring them up. I may or may not see them. I don't see them in every read, but if I do see them, I will talk about them and that impact that you might be having with those particular kinds of relationships. If I see career, I'll talk about career. Whatever I see, whatever energies come to me, I will talk about. And remember, if you're a reader, or if you're a new reader, or if you watch tarot, I might say a different interpretation of the card because it's not just the card I'm reading, okay? The card is a symbol of an energy, and I'm reading an energy. So I'm also getting messages from, what might be called mid-heaven spirits, or spirit guides, elders, or elder spirits, ancestors, angels, whatever. I'm an open channel. So it comes from a lot of places, and so I'm interpreting a lot of information at once. So if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, I may not be the reader for you. Like a therapist, you have to find the reader that matches what resonates with you and the type of reading that you like. I think that's really important to understand, because not all readers are for every person, like not all therapists are for every person, okay? So at your base read, you've got the Fool card, which is generally about, it could mean being foolish, it could mean taking a leap of faith. In this case, I'm getting leap of faith, possibly new beginnings for some people. Seven of Wands in the, and the Fool is in the near, past, or current position, okay? In the home environment position, you have the Seven of Wands, which is about kind of like defending and protecting things, protecting your space. You see how she's, standing in front of this beautiful place behind her? She's really defending that, okay? She's defending her stuff, defending her people, her place, her home environment, if you will. It is in your home environment. In the near future placement, you have the Nine of Wands, which is often called the Wounded Warrior card. But it's about standing your ground, or a line drawn in the sand sometimes, right? I'm getting from that one that you're kind of like, I don't want to fight about stuff anymore, for a lot of you. In the connecting to the recent, past, or current position, you have the Four of Swords. So that's a recovery card, or, for some people it's about protecting their soul. For some people it's about going inward and healing. There's a lot of different meanings for that. I will clarify all of these base cards. You also have in the near future, connected to the outcome, you have the Four of Cups, which is often about either looking at what you had and thinking the grass is greener on the other side, or an offer coming to you that is really a kind of a really great offer, or a divine offer. So we'll clarify. In the outcome is the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands typically is an air sign, or sorry, a fire sign card. So so this could be, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be you, but we'll clarify. Again, you also have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about reaping after the harvest, or, being rewarded for your efforts. It's also about divine timing. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, which could be, so sometimes we talk about third-party situations, or it could be, you're working really hard on something. It could just be talking about your career or work. It could be talking about, the number 3, in fact. So anyway, I will clarify. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Swords. And so there's been some things happening behind your back, or something like that, or some mistrust of something. Two of Pentacles, so you're really trying to balance things out. And Temperance is underneath that, which tells me absolutely you're trying to balance out maybe some feelings, or feeling like you've been, off kilter. And you may have been off kilter with your emotions lately. The Devil is underneath that. So I feel like you're releasing some negative attachments and some negative energies, or absolutely a negative person from your life. Okay. So, let's go into clarifying. And I really feel like I'm going to use my Star Trek deck. I haven't used that in a while, but it feels right for Aquarius. So, because Star Trek was all about the ideal world, really, and getting to that ideal world, the prime directive and all of that. And Aquarius is about, an ideal image of the world and humanity and humankind. So I think Star Trek is a good deck to clarify this base read. And I love Star Trek. So, So we're going to clarify the Fool first. We do have, Saturn coming in under the influence of Pisces. Pisces will soften Saturn's return, by the way. So some of these, big feelings that you're feeling will be softened by Pisces with Saturn coming in. Pluto will be coming in. That's about hidden things coming to light. So there's going to be a lot of, I've had a lot of people from my past messaging me, or I've been bumping into them lately. It's been crazy. People confessing things to me, trying to apologize or reconcile. So those things might happen. Also, people might get worse because they're not listening to the truth within them. They're not accepting that, which is why there might be more things like, and I know this is a touchy subject, but things like self-harm, suicidal ideation, so really check on the people around you if they suffer from mental health issues. Might be a lot of inpatient admittances to the ER, crises kind of happening. So those things are happening right now. So just want you to be aware of that if you have people around you that could be prone to those things. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. May I please get clarification on the Fool card for Aquarius? Whew, dropped me a book, but I'm going to take those bottom ones that flipped over. So yeah, definitely a death card generally means something has ended and something is beginning. With the Fool and the Death card, it's kind of like the Phoenix Rising, if you will, a rebirth of sorts. Three of Cups. So, I almost get the feeling that somebody is newly sober. Newly sober. Three of Cups can sometimes mean somebody, drinking. And it also could be other substances, but, it's a new beginning. So I feel like, some of you or some people around you might be newly sober. So if you are, congratulations. March 14th for me is 5 years sober. So I know the struggle quite well. And if that is your case, I am celebrating with you your accomplishment. And any sober time is good time. Okay. Any sober time. So if you've relapsed, please don't consider that a failure. Every time we get sober is our chance to build a new life. Okay? Because we have to build a new life. We can't build on top of the old one. We have to create a life in which we don't want to destroy. Right? I would like to get one more card on that Three of Cups, please. Not a book necessarily, but, one or two would be okay. Let's clarify that Three of Cups. Got a couple of cards that are really wanting to... That was a book. We're not going to do a book. Clarify the Three of Cups for me. There we go. Okay, so Page of Pentacles. Somebody might be pregnant or getting pregnant. Also, some of you may have had some money issues and they are slow, steady getting better. Also, some of you might have just started school or thinking about it. This is the study card, the student. And, a new beginning and all of that. Those things tell me that somebody might have taken that leap of faith to go back to school and do some training of some kind. So if that's the case, also congratulations on new babies and on little babies. Babies are... I want a grandbaby, so, I'm hoping at some point that'll happen for me. But also, if you're starting school or training of some kind, yay, that's awesome. At the bottom, we have the Five of Cups. So, look, the disappointment is going to leave, okay? But with disappointment, that doesn't mean that we don't have hope. So, you still have some hope that things are going to get better. And if you're really struggling financially, look, in the outcome, you have Seven of Pentacles, which means that you're going to get rewarded for your hard work, right? The Hanged Man, you may have felt like you've been waiting on something, you've been in suspension over something, okay? But you have the Chariot also, which is like the fastest moving card in the deck. So things are moving forward for you, or moving into calmer waters, okay? You're leaving behind those burdens and obligations. There's the Ten of Wands, so the Ten of Cloaks in this deck. So, yeah, you're moving forward. The Six of Swords is right under that too, and that's a movement card. So you're moving forward. It's been a slow, steady progression, but it's about to speed up. So just remember that. Let's look at Seven of Wands in this home environment. Getting some interesting cards in the cut, too. Things that you're worried about. Maybe have been in your head thinking. So let's clarify the Seven of Wands in the home spot. What does that mean for our Aquarians? So we got Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So look, Ace of Pentacles is Ace of Pentacles no matter what. You have been struggling. And also, some of you are defending against your spiritual gifts. Like you're not allowing them in. And this is kind of the time to allow that to happen. I know that it can be scary if you start channeling and you're hearing, you know, you have all these voices in your head. It's very noisy and very busy. But find someone who knows what's up with that and they can help mentor you through that process because it can be really, really freaky. You know, as I've said, you know, in the readings before, you know, you're washing your hair in the shower and you hear about, like, it's not in your regular jewelry box. You've placed it somewhere else and you're like, okay, but who's the message for, Spirit? Thank you. Like, you know, because you don't necessarily know exactly who it's for all the time. Can we get a clarification on this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, please? So we've got Page of Stars. Definitely somebody's having a baby, okay? Look. And you're not telling people quite yet. Got the Ace of Wands with that. And the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I'm definitely getting baby, but you're hiding it right now. Afraid to tell people is what I'm getting. And, you know, and for some of you, it's you're afraid to ask for help with your money situation, but there are some people that could help you. And I know that you're afraid to ask, but there are resources and help available, so you should find out about those things. And also there might be somebody in the home spot who's not being exactly honest. And, you know, this could be a karmic situation with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune spins forward no matter what, good or bad, right? You know, but with the Ace of Wands, I just feel like, you know, somebody in this environment's a very magical person and they're delaying it. They're delaying it. They're delaying it. And so, but some of you are also delayed in your money stuff. But again, you've got the Seven of Pentacles in the outcome. I feel like money is going to balance out. It's going to get better. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands in the future position, near future. Ooh, okay. So we've got Two of Pentacles. So yeah, things are balancing out money-wise. You've got the Devil, so you felt very trapped, very stuck. For some of you, you made a decision about something and it's final. And I feel like some of you had a person in your home spot that you're like, I can't do this anymore. And you've made a decision either to kick them out or leave yourself. With the Knight of Pentacles in that position too, the money is slowly progressing. I mean, you had a Page of Pentacles over here, and now you have a Knight. You know, you've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse in your home spot, but that's still Pentacles in your home spot, okay? So I just feel like maybe you slowly have been saving for something, and you're getting closer and closer to being able to do that. So slow, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, steady movement forward, okay? It also could be that you're slowly accepting those spiritual gifts that you know are there. You've heard whispers of them, okay? You've had things happen where you know that that's the case. And Judgment, you know, it really tells me with that Wheel of Fortune in the home spot and then Judgment that, you know, maybe some of you are correcting karma. And once you do that, you will receive those spiritual gifts. I mean, it's almost guaranteed. At the bottom, you have the Eight of Swords. and the High Priestess. So you're breaking out of negative attachments for sure. You're finding out things. Ten of Swords, yeah, you have, a lot of you have ended some cycle of something, or you're about to. You're really, really close to ending the cycle. Underneath that, again, is that Wounded Warrior, you know, card, the Nine of Wands, right there. So, but you have the Six of Wands underneath that, which is the victory card. So it's a slow victory, but it's coming. You're slowly breaking out of the dark, you know. You're breaking out of that. Maybe some of you are in the dark night of the moon time, or your death of your ego, as it's sometimes called. So just keep in mind that you know, it's kind of like a here comes the sun moment, as I say. Let's clarify this Four of Swords. And some of you might have been doing, you know, with this Four of Swords, some of you might have been doing that soul work, that introspection. Okay? And you're, you know, you're getting closer and closer to it. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can I please clarify this Four of Swords for my Aquarians? Ooh, they were jumping out. Okay, so again, you know, down here in the outcome, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and you have it here too. So, but that's also about divine timing. And I think in this case, right here with this Four of Swords, it's about divine timing. The timing is drawing nigh. You know, things are about to happen for you. Three of Swords, some of you have been really in your heart, thinking about past things and trying to heal from those things and resolve them and balance yourself out. Queen of Cups, Queen of Starships in this deck. Queen of Cups is, you know, it's very loving, motherly, maternal card. So I'm really picking up babies, okay? Really picking up some baby energy there. At the bottom, we've got that I just feel like you're moving on from some disappointment and loss of hope. Queen of Wands underneath that, which you have in the outcome, is right here. Queen of Cloaks in this deck. And then underneath that is that Six of Swords, right? So moving forward. Some kind of partnership is helping you to move forward, possibly for some of you. The Queen of Cups would be water signs. So, you know, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So some of you might be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Let's clarify this Four of Cups and see what it's about. And if this one is about spiritual gifts, it's really telling you to tap into your heart chakra. I'm picking that up too. You really need to open up your heart chakra, and probably throat chakra as well. Those are gifts that are essential to getting up to your then third eye and crown. Okay, you've got to start opening things up in your chakras and getting very balanced. But it starts with loving yourself. To be an intuitive healer, reader, channel, you know, energy reader, somebody that has spiritual gifts, you have to understand the divine nature of yourself, and that requires an intense loving of oneself, because we have to have very good boundaries if we're going to do that. And so for some of you, it's about stop breaking your own heart. You know, I mean, I did that for years, right? I did it for years. So heal thyself, you know. Let's clarify this Four of Cups that's in this near future, connecting to the outcome position. I get for some of you, it's definitely a divine offer. For some of you, it's you're, you know, just getting really, and you're thinking in the past. Remember, past is a memory. You just cannot change it. You know, if you're having good memories and kind of healing through that, okay, great. But you don't have to live anywhere forever, okay? So don't stay in it. You know, think about what you have right now and what you maybe have ahead of you, okay? So Four of Cups. Let's clarify this Four of Cups for our Aquarians. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Let's clarify this Four of Cups for Aquarius, please. Ooh, I got a lot. I'm going to do that. Well, those just really jumped out. So Strength, which is a Leo card. That's also, it's an 8, and 8s are always about balance. And you got that five of Wands, which is, you know, some struggles, you know, some conflicts. A lot of times they're internal, I also get that for some of you, some of you are really back and forth with somebody from your past, and this might be that judgment where you make a decision to end that negative attachment. Okay. Because this connects to that near future and then outcome card. And so I really feel like you're saying, I can't continue this attachment because it's causing negative impact on me. Your inner strength, look, there's Wharf. Your inner strength will carry you through, right? And you also could have a Leo around you as well. You know, I didn't look at the bottom. You have that eight of swords again. So that's a breaking free, the blindfold coming off. I want to get one more card on this Five of Wands conflict. You know, I'm catching that it's mostly internal, like you're keeping your mouth shut about something and not speaking your truth about something. And when you do, that judgment will arise, most likely. Okay, so Knight of Swords. You know, so yeah, I mean, that's very much about speaking the truth. I mean, it can be very impulsive and rash. So you might get angry and speak your truth, and that is the catalyst that starts that judgment or that end that you're really needing. Like you finally open up and say, I can't do this. You're not changing. You're not doing what I need for you to do. You're not healing. You know, and again, at the bottom of the deck, there's the Chariot, fast moving on to calmer waters. It's also about a spiritual journey a lot of times. That's a fast spiritual journey. I was getting that towards the end of December, and sure enough, I did have a very, very fast awakening and ascension time for me. So, you know, call on a mentor if you have one, if you're going through that. Underneath that is the World. Look, that's right on the other side. That's completing a cycle. Be on top of the world. The whole world in your hands, right? That's in your future. Let's clarify this Queen of Wands and the outcome. Let's see if that is you, or, you know, that could be, like I said, a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Might be somebody important in your life that is Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be a female. It could be someone in their divine feminine energy around you. So I'm a Taurus, but I have a lot of Sagittarius, and so sometimes I definitely show up as the Queen of Wands. So if you've got a lot of fire sign in your chart, it very well could be you, or you might just be very charming and in that kind of power right now where you're very attractive, right? Let's clarify this Queen of Wands for Aquarius, please. Could be someone around you too. So Two of Cups. So this is a partnership, right? It's a partnership. Two of Cups could be somebody from a different nationality as you as well. Two of Cups is about, you know, coming together, opposites attract, kind of divine partnership. And with that divine timing card right next to it, the Seven of Pentacles, it very much speaks divine timing of a great partnership for you. Which very well could be a fire sign. Or it could be somebody very fiery. I tell people I have all that fire in my chart. In my tribe, Potawatomi, Citizen Potawatomi, we are the people of the fire. I'm like, oh, I think that was just meant to be, right? Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can we please clarify this Queen of Wands and the outcome? All right, so we've got Four of Cups again, which was, you know, in your connector to the outcome. So there is an offer coming in for you, and you're wondering if it's the right one. Six of Cups, this is a soulmate card. It's also about reminiscing and nostalgia. So there might be somebody in your past that's coming back in for some of you that you really wanted to be with, and they weren't really, one or both of you weren't in the right place, and now the timing is right, right? So Four of Swords, again, you have that, you know, going through this healing process. Maybe even protecting yourself. You may have been isolating a little bit to protect your energy as you're, you know, healing. Five of Swords, so that's that. This is really about an inner conflict that you've had. Queen of Pentacles, now that's an earth energy card, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you might have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around you as well. They might also be a cusper on one of those cusps, right? So Aries, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius, Capricorn could be on the cusp of one of those that's with somebody that you're with as well. And then you've got the Six of Swords. So moving forward, I mean, you are moving forward. I'd like to get clarification on the Three of Pentacles. I almost get a baby makes three kind of feeling. I am getting a lot of baby energy out of this. Ooh, that card definitely wants to come out. The World, completion of a cycle. Completion of a cycle. You know, looks a little bit like a, you know, a womb, if you will. I'm just saying, I'm seeing it. For some of you. Wouldn't be surprised if I get some comments like I just found out I'm pregnant. Or we're really trying for a baby. Well, luck's on your side if that's the case. I mean, I'm not going to say for sure, you know. But if you've been trying, it's an auspicious time for you. So let's get more clarification on that. Three of Pentacles in the outcome. Three of Pentacles, please. Thank you, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, all of our mid-heaven creatures for their... Ooh, that one dropped out. That's that Six of Cups, or the Nine of Cups, which is, you know, wish fulfillment. I mean, it's the Nine of Cups going to your Ten of Cups, right? You're right on the way to that wish fulfillment. So it is, you know, the World and Nine of Cups. I mean, that's a pretty good sign right there. For some of you, you might be bringing a third into your relationship if you're looking for a partner and you've, like, found the right one. I picked that up, too, just a little bit. Seriously seeing a baby carriage in my scrying bowl. Picking up lots of baby energy, so. Yeah, two of Swords. Also, you know, that can be about there are two paths in front of you. Right? For some of you, that's hidden things coming to light. It could also be a stalemate, you know. Look, you're not in stalemate energy, so you're coming out of that. You're coming into a final decision about something. I mean, you've got completion with the World, so coming out of that is what gives you that completion. We get one more card to clarify. You know. Somebody could have put you in a third-party situation as well, which was causing you to stall out with that Six of Swords falling, or the Nine of Swords falling with that, you know, a lot of anxiety about this situation. You might be worried. If you are having a baby, you might be like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this, right? So, you know, it's anxiety. You might not be sleeping well, or maybe not have been sleeping well, but look, it's, the cycle is completing. The divine timing has hit, and you're there. You have the Justice card, which is a Libra card. So that's about things balancing out. Can also be, this is, you know, the scales of justice balancing out, karma being completed. Underneath that is the King of Cups, which, again, that's those water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So some of you definitely are dealing with that. The Hanged Man, while you've been waiting on something to happen, it's obviously moving forward, right? You have the Temperance card underneath that, that's Archangel Michael card, but it's also about balance. You know, a balance of, you know, spirituality, faith, truth and justice, those kinds of things. So with the Justice card and Temperance, you have divine protection for sure. Somebody is keeping an eye out on you and making sure that things are golden. Six of Pentacles underneath that. That's also another one of those, you know, it's beneficence is the name of this card, but that's also another one that we attribute to soulmates meeting each other. And so some of you are in a very divinely protected relationship, and that's really beautiful. Really beautiful. So I'm going to clarify with my personal deck these sections and see. I'd like to clarify that home spot and see what's going on there. Ooh, I don't know that they want to be shuffled any more than they were shuffled. I pre-shuffled them and meditated on them before I did the read, so they're going to let me shuffle though. So let's get a little bit more clarification on the home spot for Aquarius. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Can we clarify this home environment for Aquarius, please? Yeah, Blackbird, so by the Beatles. It's a call to action. It could be social action. Some of you could be advocates of some kind, social workers or an advocate of some kind. It's about equality and equanimity, advocacy. And it says, with a broken wing, a bird can still sing, but may need healing before flying to freedom. And that is definitely some, I'm talking about healing before you come into your spiritual gifts. So some of you have definitely been working on that. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can I please get... Woo! Those flew out. I gotta get a drink of coffee here. Just a second. So, I have Aries energy, the diamond. That might be important for some of you. So, it clears mental and emotional pain, fearlessness, relationships filled with love, faithfulness, innocence, purity, manifestation, abundance, and fortitude, which is a good card to get in your home spot. Fortitude, grounding. All by myself. Some of you, sometimes this is a call for healing. Okay. It could be a karmic partner or twin flame that you've been dealing with. But it is a time to tap into solitude and introspection. But it's also a time to tap into those people that you trust and that that love you. It's the All by Myself by Eric Carmen card. It could also be about insomnia and, desiring to find your soulmate. It could be a broken heart. But it also means take a chance in love, because some of you do have someone around you and you're afraid to trust. And the card underneath that says your intuition is correct. Listen. So if your intuition is saying, ooh, run from this person, or your intuition is saying, hey, this is a really great person, your intuition is correct. That's the feeling we get in our gut. What is in our chest when we get that feeling? That's anxiety. What's in our gut is intuition, okay? So let's clarify the middle cards that connect to the outcome. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can please get some cards to clarify? Woo! Okay, so we got Be Good by Waxahachie, a love song without the love. So some of you are definitely healing from a broken heart. But I think a lot of you, it's grief that's unresolved. There's some shame and regret, emotional risk gone wrong. For some of you, it's you were in love with someone, but it was just best friend energy. And maybe you were even honest to them and made an offer and, didn't get reciprocation. It says honesty turns to humiliation. So for some of you, that might have been the case. Capricorn energy. So some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. So this is the Garnet card. And it says glowing fire. Brings fire and warmth, stirs up the inner chi, regal, safe and tethered, emotional growth, strength and balance. And then the other one that fell is, I think about you often, at times I can't sleep. Okay? Take that as it resonates, because for some of you that's negative, and for some of you it's very good. Like you're like so excited you've met this right person. And for some of you it's, I can't get you off my mind, and that's not good for me. It's a negative attachment, right? So let's find some for the outcome for Aquarius. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Let's clarify the outcome for Aquarius. Oh, that one jumped out. Citrine for Sagittarius energy. And I got Temperance is also a Sagittarius card, and that one came out earlier. Citrine, Sagittarius energy, warm, positive energy, embodies sunshine, restorative, vitality, illumination, prosperity. That's almost like the sun card coming out. So remember I said earlier, here comes the sun. Let's get another few for our outcome for Aquarius, please. I'm getting for a lot of you, you're going to have a boy. I mean, I'm getting a lot of baby boy energy. I love you unconditionally. I hope that you're saying that to yourself. I truly do. And, loving unconditionally is part of Native American wisdom, especially my tribe. So aquamarine, Pisces energy. So some of you, I said there's a water sign showing up a lot. For some of you, it very well could be a Pisces. Aquamarine, creativity, hope, courage, emotional clarity, cool-headed, calm and composed, clearing impure thoughts, faithful, and communication skills. And the other one is I deserve the best. And yes, you do. You deserve the best. And you need to say that to yourself. I deserve the best. Say it with me. Let's get a couple more for you, Aquarius. For some of you, your intuition is definitely saying, no, run the other direction. And underneath that, I am afraid of the truth. I'm afraid to be honest. That's who you've been dealing with. And some of you, that is you, right? You're like, I'm afraid to be honest with myself about how I'm feeling, right? But you deserve the best, remember? So, also the hematite, and the hematite card, so sometimes this is about survival instinct. It's also a Aquarius and Aries card, okay? This is good for circulation and blood pressure, protection from negative. It's also associated to the root chakra, grounding and protection, balancing of yin and yang. So this was Greek for blood, magic, healing power, strength of character, helping our poor behaviors, but also hematite was used as war paint in native tribes. So a lot of you might be indigenous. Yeah. And then I've got the Amethyst Aquarius energy card. The amethyst is an all-purpose stone. Everybody should have an amethyst in their collection if they're a crystal stone collector, okay? It relieves stress and anxiety. It's purification, connection to spirit, serenity, understanding, trust, and grace. You also have a Libra energy, which is the opal. And it says happiness, loyalty, confidence, positive, good luck, synchronicity, balance and harmony, people-pleasing, and anxiety relief. So if you're a people-pleaser, it might be causing you a lot of anxiety because you feel like you just can't ever do enough. Libra is about balance, okay? And some of you might be dealing with a Libra also. And you got the fire signs in there. Remember, Aries, Leo, Sag. So some of you are definitely dealing with the fire sign. At the bottom of the deck, we've got radical validation. You need to validate that your intuition is on point, because it probably is right now. You know, and if you're doing healing work, you're definitely getting there. You also have Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So some of you definitely have Earth signs around you, okay? So I also want to pull out some of my personal oracle, but I always like to kind of clear the space a little bit. I'm feeling like I need to cleanse the space too. I almost said that accidentally, and then I'm like, no, I think I might need to clear the space. There's a lot of energy coming at me. There's a lot of things coming at different directions. So, I really feel like I have a lot of indigenous folks watching, which miigwech, bojonikan. Thank you. Hello, my friends. That's what I said. Badwadmi. So I am going to cleanse just a little bit. So I'm going to ring my bell. Let's cleanse our space. Thank you to our ancestors. Thank you to Spirit. Thank you to Creator. Spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. I'm going to do a little sage, which has star anise and ginger in it as well. I like these bundles that I got. So let's clear our space just a little bit. And then, didn't quite get, I could smell it a little bit, but not quite enough. Yeah, there we go. Let's cleanse this space just a little bit. And some of you might need to get back into cleansing, you know, aura cleanse, or, you know, a cleansing, you know, spirit cleansing shower or bath, something like that, right? Or, you know, getting out into nature, swimming in a river or lake, you know. Let's get some my personal oracle. Some of these are literary quotes. Some of them are things that I've said over and over again to clients that I've written down. Some of them are angel numbers. So let's see what our guides have to tell us this evening for Aquarius. All right. Thank you. Guides, please help me guide our Aquarians to their greatest good. All right. Communication is connection. The first one I see. Communication is connection. Sometimes we got to be honest about how we're feeling. We got to be able to communicate our needs and wants to others, and we've got to be able to listen actively and, you know, come to some understanding, or at least acceptance, right? We don't have to understand to accept. Sometimes we can accept first and understand later. Roll the dice. Some of you do need to take a chance on yourselves, really. And some of you, there's a relationship that you're a little afraid to walk in because of some past trust issues and some past situations you've been in. Roll the dice. Listen to your gut. I did it before. I can do it again. So if you're in a rough spot, you've gotten through rough spots 100% of the time before, right? You can do it again. You want to fly, you got to give up the shit that weighs you down. If it's a grief thing, we don't ever necessarily stop grieving, but we grow around our grief, okay? And if you're really experiencing that, it is a process. And I would tell you that if you're really struggling with it, please talk to someone, a professional or someone that you trust, someone that's close to you. Communication leads to community. That is to understanding, intimacy, and mutual valuing. When we can be honest, have difficult conversations, open up, be vulnerable, our relationships become really, really beautiful with everyone around us, okay? Let's get a couple more of those oracle cards from our guides. Woo! Okay, some immediately jumped out. Call a friend. I think I just said that. How about call a friend? Love and work, work and love, that's all there is. Definitely, this is a card about balancing your work and your life, okay? Balance is the key. You are goals, okay? You know what's right for you. You know what's right for you. Okay, at the bottom, the real universe is always one step beyond logic. The real universe is always one step beyond logic. Sometimes we got to get out of our logic a little bit. Spock did, right? He wasn't always logical. He had a human side to him. He was half human, half Vulcan, and sometimes he had to get out of that logical side and use his human side. It's that balancing of the head and the heart. It's very, very important for us. So, I am going to get an animal totem for you, and then some runes, and then some fairy cards. So, let's find out about your animal totem. I saw somebody the other day that I hadn't seen in probably 15 years, and I met her at my first job at Sonic, and it was so cool to see her. She comes walking out of this place, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And we were really close when we worked together, and we were both high school and right after high school, and it was just a really cool moment. And I didn't have very long to talk to her, but it was really cool to catch up with her and see that she was doing well, because I knew that she had had some health struggles, and so it was a really cool moment. Caught up with some other people too that just warms my heart to hear from them. Old friends, newer friends, acquaintances that it was just nice to hear those voices or see those faces and messages. And thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can we please get an animal totem for Aquarius? Woo. Okay, so when I have a big pile jump out, that's what we do. All right, so you got insect, feminine power, spirituality, and renewal. I think that could be summed up in your entire reading. Insects are the most plentiful of beasts, consisting of more than 800,000 species. Their ability to metamorphose and fly has led to frequent symbolic associations with the spirit world and spiritual renewal. The praying mantis has long been associated with feminine power, as the female is larger and stronger than the male. The female of the species. Anybody remember that song? The mantis-like insect in this painting is from Buffalo Gals Won't You Come Out Tonight, a story by Ursula K. Le Guin, with illustrations by Boulet, B-O-U-L-E-T. And I'll show you closer. It's a really cool picture. Feminine power, the divine feminine, you all. It's on the rise this year, I'm telling you. So let's pull some runes for you all. So we have... Really good one. Okay. So we have Perdrew. Gifu. Jira. Okay, and then I gotta find Perdrew. And I will read these to you because it's Uruz, sorry. So it's right side up. So it says it's the rune of the aurochs or wild ox, and in many ways is akin to Fehu. However, Fehu represents domesticated, predictable farm cattle, whereas Uruz represents the vital, wild force and energy of the hardy wild ox that ranged over the same territory and was so much a part of the life of the northern tribes. This wild bison symbolized strength and virility to these people, hence Uruz is considered to be a powerful indicator of good health and strong natural powers of resistance. Whenever this rune arises where health is an issue, it indicates a speedy recovery from the illness or affliction in question. It can sometimes indicate the male in any relationship and signify strong emotions. It can represent the true will of the querent, so that would be you, that thing which you truly desire. Depending on the surrounding runes, it will be very probably come to pass. So you have Gifu, which is gift, right next to it. So it rules over changes, usually those of a sudden or unexpected kind that compel you to draw within yourself to utilize that force of honest, raw strength that only this rune can supply. These changes are often natural ones and should not be avoided. We must remember that, like a snake shedding its skin, it is often necessary for us to peel away the old to make way for the new. Examine these things in your life which you may be overly attached to. Look to the runes around. You may be called upon to give up these things. You're really, in your read, it's talking about giving up your old way of life into a new one. So it indicates an eventual improvement in business and finance, but only through diligent application of your resources. So it can herald a promotion or a new career. Assures you that whatever the new burden, you will undeniably have the strength to deal with it. It's a rune of raw archetypal force. Paired with positive runes, indicates fortune and certain success, whatever the assumed odds. And then you have Gifu, which you can't reverse this rune. It does not have a reversal. It's truly a gift to gladden your heart when you see it. It almost always acts in a positive fashion wherever it occurs. It can indicate a partnership of some sort, either in business or in love, and is not uncommon for it to herald an important development in a romantic relationship. Could be commitment of marriage or cementing of a long-term relationship. Be careful to examine the runes surrounding to ascertain its meaning as it relates to your situation at the time. Listen to your intuition, it says. This rune can also indicate a gift or generosity of some sort coming into your life. Remember, we talked about spiritual gifts, or, babies are gifts. Could be an emotional gift given in love, or a material gift of a timely nature, such as money coming to you in a jam or an item in which you have been needing. It can turn up in a rune cast to signify that the problem has roots of an emotional nature. It can appear when there's about to be relief from your troubles, and it usually betokens a time of peace and contentment. And your last one is Kinaz, symbolizes the element of fire, which you had a lot of fire in your chart. So it can signify an offer being withdrawn. So it can also just signify delay because it's in reverse. So you may feel as though you've been exercising poor judgment. So this is warning you to listen to your intuition, okay? And not use poor judgment. Your vision in some way has been obscured, leading to confusion and confounding of your problems. Do not cling to any relationship which may be failing at this time, whether the relationship is business or personal one. Accept the changes that come as perhaps bad but necessary, and prepare your heart for the new growth that is sure to come. So what it is saying is you really need to listen to your intuition to make your judgment calls. Your intuition is correct. It said it several times in your read, and it's been blocked because of something that you have not dealt with yet, and you have some karmic cycle to complete, okay? So let's get us some fairy dust oracle cards for Aquarius, please. least one more. I'm gonna have to shuffle again. There's lots of big changes happening right now, so a lot of people are, you know, having some adjustment, you know, anxiety, and you know, that's to be anything that's new for us causes anxiety, whether it's good or bad, right? So you're not alone. I'm going to tell you that because, you know, I've worked in the mental health field, so I know kind of the trends of what's happening. Similar things happen to people. You know, think about it. If the moon can affect giant bodies of water, its gravitational pull definitely affects our little bodies that are made up of, you know, 75% water. So you got a few, and I'm going to read them all to you. So let's start with the first one that fell. It is trust. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. Your intuition, y'all. It is correct. And then you have the green fairy. A cheeky green fairy on your behalf is appearing here to make you laugh. Also green. Green is money. Green is also associated to the heart chakra as well. Okay. You have rain. Rain, rain comes today. Let all your troubles wash away. Remember I said sacred bath, swim in a lake, river, if you can. I mean, I know that it's cold in some places right now. But you might just do like a cleansing sacred bath or spiritual bath or shower if you don't have a bathtub. I don't, so I have to do showers. Friends. All of the love your light extends is reflection shown in chosen friends. So you have some friends that are very trustworthy, and it's time to call upon them if you're really needing some support, okay? And then you have flowers. Flowers will brighten up your space and create a very friendly place. So flowers, or grow something, you know, or get out in nature, right? There's a lot of signs indicating that. The one at the bottom of the deck is you're on the right path. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you. You know, right? You are goals. You know what is right for you. And you're delaying it in some way because you're not trusting in yourself. But your gut is telling you which direction to go, okay? So, I want to say thank you. And I very, very, very much appreciate all the likes, shares, and subscribes and sweet comments that I've gotten. This is Lady Scarlett. Many blessings and love and light to all of you. And I hope that I see you again soon.